Yo, hello, I'm Jay Beershank. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here for another edition of book reviews. Today you're joining me on a mountain here, somewhere in the center of Italy. It's the first book review in Italy, so that's pretty cool. Today we have a classic story, and that is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. This book for me was a very interesting contrast from the books that I usually read. My father actually told me that this is one of his favorite books for a long time, and so when I saw it in the bookstore, I actually got it for a friend of mine, and he's not a native English speaker, and this book was pretty hard for him because this book was written in the late 1800s, so it's a little bit of archaic English, if you will. So he didn't enjoy it so much, so he passed it on to me, and I realized really quickly that this book is quite different from books that I usually read, because this book was purely about the progression of the story and not really about interactions or psychology of the characters themselves, which if you look at maybe other reviews, you'll see that the books that I read maybe are more cerebral, and this book was just purely about adventure, and it was kind of a fun a fun break from the kind of more intellectual, deep stuff to just read about some pirates sailing around looking for booty. I really enjoyed it. I breezed through it actually. I read it fairly quickly because it was just like a really captivating story. And I also believe, I don't know, maybe you can tell me in the comments if there are older pirate stories, but like I really felt like this book laid the groundwork for like the quintessential pirate. Like there were so many like funny references to just like pirate life, and Long John Silver's. I don't know if you ever heard of Long John Silver's, but like that's like an idyllic pirate like Blackbeard or something, right? And Long John Silver's is actually in this book, so when I read that I was like, oh wow, he's a real guy. And I don't know if Long John Silver's is based after a real pirate before this book was written or anything, or maybe Robert invented him, I'm not sure. But anyway, there was a lot of quintessential pirate language and quintessential like, you know, sailing around looking for Treasure Island, and the way that the pirates talked to each other and stuff was very interesting. I would recommend this book to children or people who just kind of want to get lost in like a reverie of fantasy and like a fun adventure. What else? Well, also I really enjoyed the perspective that the book is told from. The book is told from an older man recounting his time that he spent on the ship with the crew on this adventure when he was a kid. So his perspective is super interesting because he goes over like a lot of follies of youth, if you will, like the way in which he describes why he was doing things and what was going through his mind. He's almost you know, jesting with himself and kind of mocking on his youthful angst and things like that, and it was really fun to read about that. Yeah, so I don't have a lot to say about this book because it didn't impact me very heavily, but it was just like something really, really enjoyable. So if you're just looking for you know, a fun ride to go along on, definitely pick up Treasure Island. I'm trying to think if I have any more important points about this book, and I don't think I do. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, take it easy, peace.